Hello, good morning. I'm going to present you my didactic unit, and the title is Parts of the Body. The target language is going to be English, and our students are going to be 5 years old, and we are going to say that they started learning English when they were 3, so they are in the third stage of infant, and the school linguistic model is a D model school with 4 English sessions a week, and those 4 hours are used in maths, science and music. So, as it's going to be about the parts of the body, the area of the curriculum is going to be science, and the specific topic is human body and the identification of its parts. Well, a brief description will be that the students will discover their own body, and they will also identify and accept their own characteristics. It's going to take one session of 50 minutes, and let's go with the lesson plan. We've got contribution to competencies like valorar la higiene y la salud, aceptar el propio cuerpo y el de los otros, y respetar las diferencias. What about the learning outcomes or objectives? Okay. Those are that our students should be able to name the parts of the human body. They have to remember previously learned parts of the body, like head, shoulders, necks, toes, and they have to use descriptive adjectives. It could be it's long, it's short, it's blonde, it's tall. Then we've got the content of the 4 C's. First of all, the specific content topics that will be covered in English during this English didactic unit are the parts of the body and the adjectives related with the body, like short, long, blonde. Later, in the communication, we've got language of, and we've got the language to describe the human body. So this is my hand, this is my neck. Language for follow instructions. Come up here, show me your hands, clap your hands. And language for classroom participation, like raise your hand, listen to your classmates. Finally, we've got language through, that could be, I don't know, when students ask me about parts of the animals that we don't have in our own human bodies, like the tail or the horns. Later, in cognition, we've got discover and identify the parts of their own body. And finally, in culture, be aware of the differences of their bodies, being respectful with their classmates. And they have to accept their own characteristics. The assessment criteria, our students at the end of the session will be able to identify and name the parts of the body, using some adjectives to give us a brief description of their own body. Okay, now we are going to see how is the session going to be developed. So we will start with the morning routine. Later we will introduce the topic. The third activity will be called Where is your head? The next one is Simon Says. 5 activities, our differences are fantastic. And the last one is going to be What a Monster. And you will see later that it's the activity where they tidy up. What are we going to use to develop this didactic unit? Okay, first of all, we will need 2 big cardboards. We are going to use a topic timetable that it's going to be called Appendix 1. Later, we are going to use some parts of the body flashcards that are called Appendix 2, and finally, crayons. And the assessment instruments, we will say that they will have to make in the last activity 2 big posters, working as 2 big groups, and this activity will be useful for the teacher to see whether the students have learned the parts of the body, because they will have to show the monster and say, look, he has 5 heads, 2 arms. Does he have legs? Yes, look, 1 leg. Okay, now we are going to see if it's going to be challenging. From my point of view, it's almost impossible to guess how the session is going to be developed. So you can get a general idea of what do you want to do and what do you expect from your students to do. But later in real life, students will act different, so you will have to change your way of teaching. And so writing everything as you think that it's going to be done, it's quite unreal. About the interesting aspects of the unit, I like that we've got 3 topics to choose, and it allows you to take one that you like, and this makes the process more stimulating. Okay, now I'm going to give you a brief description of the activities. Okay, the first one is the morning routine, and yes, the teacher will say, hello, good morning, how are you? And they will say, hello, teacher. And okay, are you ready? Yes. So okay, please sit down in silence on the green square. Yeah, they've got a green square where every morning at the beginning they know that they have to sit down there. And what they do in the morning routine is that the teacher asks the students, what day is it today? And they have to answer, it's Monday. And is it Monday? No. What day is it today? Wednesday. Oh, very good, it's Wednesday. So who knows what do we do on Wednesday? So, as they may give you an answer like, we do maths. So you tell them, okay, let's go and we are going to check in the timetable, because they have a timetable on the wall, the appendix 1, and they've got there every day of the morning and the topic of that specific day. So they go there, okay, it's Wednesday today, so we are going to do science. All right, fantastic. So later we will introduce the topic and the teacher will ask for a volunteer, and he will ask the volunteer, okay, the students, could you show me your hand? And the student will say, yes, look, this is my hand. All right, fantastic. Another volunteer, yes, okay, come here, show me your tooth. And he will continue like this. So he will tell the students, as you can see, today we are going to be working with the parts of your own bodies. And we will jump into the next activity called Where is your head? And for this activity we need the flashcards called Appendix 2. And while the teacher shows a flashcard, like could be a arm flashcard, we'll say, okay, this is the arm. He will also point to his body and he will ask the students to repeat and to point their own body. So when the teacher makes, this is my arm, all the students should repeat arm, and like this with the rest of the parts of the body. And once they have seen all the flashcards, the teacher will spread all of them around the classroom, and the teacher will explain that they have to listen carefully, because when they hear a part of the body, they have to run around, find the flashcard, and bring it to him to check if it's actually the one that the teacher said. So they start playing, okay, I want you to find the leg. They run up, they go running, and the student takes one and goes there. Is this the leg? And maybe it could be that it's not the leg. So the other students will tell them, no, that's not the leg, that's the hand. Also keep looking for it. And like this. They will keep playing until all the flashcards have been found. Okay, 5th activity is our differences are fantastic, and the aim of this activity is to make them know that all of them are different and they have to be happy with their own body, and they have also to respect their classmates and everybody, no matter the color of the skin, if they are taller, smaller, fatter. So what do they have to do? They have to make couples. The teacher will tell them, okay, I want you to put your hands just like this, and they have to compare and see if one of them is bigger, is smaller, the color of the skin, and they will realize that all the hands are going to be different. And once the teacher has given them one example, they will have a few minutes to compare all the parts that they can imagine. Let's compare our hair, which one is longer, let's compare the color of the eyes, all kind of things. And later they will come in couples and they will tell the rest of the classmates the differences that they found between the two bodies. And the last activity, that is called What a Monster, we will ask the students to split into two teams, and we will give each team a big cardboard, and we will ask them to draw a monster using their creativity and their own. They can do it as they want. So we will tell them you have no limits to do it. And they have to, of course, draw the parts of the body that we have been teaching during this session, because at the end they will have to come up and show the other group what did they do. So they will have to say, for example, okay, this is our monster, he's called Sully, and he has, as you can see, 2 heads, he has and 4 arms, and if they are missing something, the teacher will ask, and what about his legs? Oh yes, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. Alright, very good, it's a fantastic monster. And well, before they show the monster, what they have to do is, when they finish painting, they have to tidy up all the crayons, and they have to leave all the classroom at the beginning, everything in order. And once everything is okay, we will be able to present the 2 monsters. And once they have finished with the presentation, we will say, okay, did you have fun today? Yes, no, oh, I'm glad you had fun. So see you tomorrow and goodbye. So that's the project, more or less what we have to do.